Hello everybody and welcome to my One Chunk Ironman. Welcome to the very first episode of Wildy Mess Chunk. As you just seen from my very scuffed intro where I got attacked by the Chaos Elemental. This isn't the character in the starting form, but that's because I didn't like the intro that I put together initially. But hey, it's cool. It's cool, right? It's cool, right? Right? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Thanks, Willie. So, for the general public who have no idea what a chunkman is, what a chunk count is usually you would start in a 64 by 64 square of the RuneScape map, being one of these chunks, for example, and you would do all of the tasks in that particular area. So, for example, if you were to start in the Temperos area, you would cook fish at Temperos. That would be your only task. However, I'm doing things a bit differently. And what I mean by that is I'm not starting with one chunk, like most people. I'm not starting with two chunks, like my good compatriot ChunkYanille, who started with both these chunks here for the entirety of Yanille. I'm not even starting with, say, 4 chunks, like Prifdinus in all technicalities. However, I'm starting with a row of chunks. The top row of the Wilderness, the Agility Training Arena, the Pirate's Hideout, the Mage Arena, the Deserted Keep and Resource Area, the Scorpion Pit, and the Rogue's Castle. So that gives us a lot of options. As you can see on the right hand side here, we have over 50 tasks to do, including wield a dragon weapon, wear dragon armor, beat Mage Arena 1 and 2, wielding a rune warhammer. There are bis. So, for example, my mage tank, crush tank, slash tank, stab tank, magic ranged crush slash stab bis cape is an imbued Saradomin cape. My bis is a rune kite shield for shields. My bis ranged tank body is a rune chain body, for example, so I have a split into each. My bis stab weapon is a dragon pickaxe. My bis slashing weapon is a rune scimitar. Bis crush is a dragon two-hander, for example. Comes to quest, we gotta beat Mage Arena 1 and 2. When it comes to diary tasks, we gotta do 12, 1, and 16. 12 is buying and wearing a cape. 1 is cast one of the 3 god spells. And kill the Chaos Elemental is the last one. We've also got to obtain 2 pets. We got to obtain Scorpius pet and the Chaos Elemental's pet. Collection logs include Smoldering Stones, Dragon Two-Handers, Curve Bone, Giant Key, Long Bone, Malediction Shard 3, Odium Shard 3, and that looks like the lot of it for now. So, when it comes to all of the options, that's what it is. We are starting as this chunk of chunks, I suppose would be a way to put it. Instead of 64 by 64, we are starting in a 380 tile chunk by a 380 tile chunk. So that's a great time. It means that we are going to basically have to get a lot of things done. Now, I hope you guys stick around. There's a lot of content on this channel coming, and there's even more content you can watch. So if you're looking for more content of mine, you can find it all on the channel here. Make sure you hit like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. Let me know if you have any suggestions as for the future of this account. As for why I didn't start with this one, it doesn't have any tasks at all, and it is a possible endgame situation. So I can hear you asking, Mikey, what do you mean by endgame option for that last chunk for the Wilderness Volcano chunk? Well, my intrepid viewer, I wanted to have this account. Essentially, I want to complete the Wilderness, and by that I mean I want an Odium ward, a Maledictum ward, and I want a Void Waker. Now, that will not end the series. My end game for this whole series is to basically unlock the entire RuneScape map. That would mean, of course, getting 99 and everything, It would mean doing all the new sailing stuff that's coming out in a few days. From when I'm recording this probably isn't going to come out before the release of sailing, but that is the idea. Is the first goals are Odium Ward, Maledictum Ward, and Voidwaker. Once that's done, unless it takes us way too long to do that, you can assume that's our season 1, if you would, like some other chunkers have done. We are going to have to, at some point, get a Draconic Visage from Lava Dragons, probably. We're going to have to get all of the Remnant weapons. We're going to have to consider stuff like the Dagonai stuff as well, which I don't think is an option for us if we get Slayer locked, but we can get a few other options here. So let's talk about possible chunk rolls. So when it comes to chunk rolls, there are 2 that are quite obvious. There's 11,836 here, and there's 12,860 over here. Now you're probably wondering why this is 2 and 3. Well, we have access to this teleportation method in the deep wilderness, which brings us to Edgeville. I am going to allow Edgeville to be rollable in our chunks because we can teleport to and from it. Now, this is sort of leeching off of Josh's ideas of the Wizards Guild, Mages Guild, teleports, where he can teleport from here to any of the other Mages Towers, being the Wizard's Tower over here, the Dark Wizard's Tower, or the Sorcerer's Tower. I am allowing myself to have a teleport to Edgeville because it is entirely repeatable. Basically, I can go from here to here and back again just by hitting this switch over and over and over again if I wanted to. Now, what this means is that if we roll this immediately, we get Obor, we get Bryophyta, and we get Scurious, I believe, as well. I think. Should be in there somewhere. Oh, there's also buying the Edgeville respawn, which this is something that I will consider as well, just to throw it out there, because of the fact that I am in the deep wilderness for this. I am probably going to end up buying the Ferox Enclave respawn if I can. However, if we get through this with minimal deaths, which I very much doubt, given that we're going to have to kill the Chaos Elemental and Scorpia quite a bit to get their pets and all the drops that they have, I'll probably end up buying the respawn here in Ferox Enclave just because I don't need to run that far then, either way. So yes, this one has nothing. Oh, sorry, no, it has the Chaos Fanatic, which is Odium and Malediction Shard. This one, I think, has nothing. No, it has Draconic Visage because it has the dragons, which are right here, I believe. So that would be fun. Rune Longsword, Rune Medhelm, Adamant Plate Body, and then a Cape to, I believe, do a task, right? It's a ranged tank base, apparently. Fair enough. So yes, we have a moderate grind over here with the Chaos Fanatic. We have a hell of a grind over here with the Draconic Visage, and down here we would have 3 bosses to green log. We'll probably get Slayer locked pretty quickly, given the fact that we don't have access to the Slayer dungeon, which I think is here, right? No, that's the Revenant Caves. Is it? Where is it? Oh, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. Edgeville Dungeon Wilderness is here, so we don't have access to the Wilderness Slayer yet. It's over here, actually. This is the Wilderness Slayer Cave next to Corporeal Beast. Corporeal Beast, by the way, we're not going to be doing it flatly. It's just not possible with the loot that we'd have. As for Last Man Standing, probably not going to do that either. But that's just out there at the moment. I want to make this entirely clear. This is a semi-extreme one chunk. So I'm not going to be doing all of the capes if I feel like it. We'll see what the situation is. Also, I don't know how the map's going to change with sailing, for example. I think they're going to add a pier here or here. One of the two, I think. They're going to be adding a spot. Which might add another rollable chunk. I think this is technically rollable. I think we can walk along here. As I've said before, however, this also has nothing in it. It would, however, allow us to forge the odium and maledictum ward once we get a hold of, I believe it's the crazy archaeologist down here. So once we have that chunk, and now that we have Scorpio, we could make the odium and maledictum wards, I believe. Also, the amulet of power would be quite nice. But those are all future situations. Right now, we're focused on, well, what's the best option to start? We're probably about to find. We have some color in the world, and it perfectly follows this fence, which I love. Graphically, that's a very cool thing. So we're going to take a little, we're going to get this knife that's over here. There's a knife, I believe, that spawns right over here in the entrance of this little arena. We're going to see if we can get into the mage arena, check some things out, and have ourselves an interesting time. There's battle mages here. They're relatively high level. So this knife is the entire reason why we have a fletching grind. It's also one of the few reasons why we can actually get into the mage arena. Oh, we can't. Can we not get in? Oh, we can't get in here. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so... Oh, this is cool, though. The new technical input. So, let's see. We're going to have to figure out a way to get ourselves a sharp object. Okay, I found our way in. In the Rogue's Castle, there is actively an iron dagger spawn. So we gotta go get that. Alright, let's go get this dagger. It also has a bronze square shield, which would actually be quite nice given that we don't have any weapons at all. Any amount of positive that we can get is a good thing. Now, we are in max level wilderness, meaning we can be attacked by up to level 58 people, and that will only go up as we go up in level. Someone's been around here. I don't think we can pick this strange plant. It's not our strange plant. Nope. There's somebody else around here at some point. Not too long ago. That there's a random event left around here. Oh yeah, there's axes in there too. Magic axes. This is the scorpion pit. Are there actually scorpions in here? Oh, there's some headless arrows. Yeah, there are. These are level 14. These things are probably the lowest level of the things that we have around. Level 14, maybe. I don't know if these things are actually even possible for us to fight, to be honest. We might be able to flinch them. Also, there's headless arrows here. As you can also guess, ranged will be our best... Sorry, not ranged. Mage will be our best skill for a long time. And there is the Chaos Elemental, which I am terrified of. Uh-oh, this thing's going to kill us, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we died. Oh dear. That's our first death. The Chaos Elemental. I'm going to go ahead and pause and leave that roll, so that's quite funny. Alright, we've arrived back at the Rogue's Den. So there's a level 15 Rogue here, who is not they aren't aggressive to me, it looks like. There is some gold ore in there, which I can't get my hands on right now. These guys, however, will for sure be aggressive to me. So I guess if I ever needed to do, like, crafting, that's an option. Oh, there's nature ruins here. Is this one of those nature rune chests things? Nothing there. Alright, so I don't see... There's also a range here, which is nice. There's a place to cook something. Oh, there's the little bastard, the Chaos Elemental. There's the bronze square shield. Now we need the iron dagger. And I am dead serious when I say that the iron dagger is the best in slot weapon we have. There's a little bit extra defense. What is it? It's 5, 6, 4, 5. That's not bad. It's better than the absolute nothing that we had a second ago. Gold ore. There's the iron dagger. So now we need to make it all the way back to the mage arena. And the funny thing is that this is probably our best place to train that isn't the... Oh. Somebody's here. Oh yeah, there they are. Apparently though, this is the best place that we can actually get things. Level 8. I guess it's some sort of... Well, they have enough prayer to have... what is it? The defense prayer, which I think is 43, right? That's where the defend from melee prayer comes in. Also, don't go anywhere near that fucking thing. I don't want to have to run all the way back up here again. But now we know we can get nature runes from that chest at least, which means that when we want to start doing a bunch of high alchemy, which we're going to need to do for money, both for the runes that we need to buy from the shop, but also from the for the Ferox Enclave respawn purchase, which is I think 5 million GP. Don't know if we're going to get that in one go immediately, but we might get there. We might get there. There's also hellhounds here. And maybe I'll take a look at my rolls. Oh fuck. Oh god. We almost got one shot there. That was not good. Well, this goes to show just how difficult this is going to be. I'm going to grab that knife. I swear to god, if a level 50 player shows up and attacks me right now, I'm going to be really upset. But I'm going to try and get this here knife. Slash them apart. Grab the knife. We can at least put it in our inventory. Let me pull this lever. And we're safe. I believe this guy is the guy who gives us runes, right? Yeah, oh, we don't need to even complete the quest. So there are water, there are air, there are earth, mind runes. These mind runes look like they've already been bought. They're valued at 3. The air are valued at 4, so we need money to basically buy this. There are also packs, which is nice, which will make things a little bit easier to purchase. They do have death runes here, which will be good because that'll help us when it comes to training up our magic. Ooh, not prayer, wrong one. But prayer will also go up. We're going to try and bury every bone we get. So, Wind Strike, level 1. Water Strike, Earth Strike, Fire Strike. We're looking for 75 magic, I think it is. Which is Fire Wave. I'll just double check that, hang on. Yes, we need 75 magic to hit the goal. Which will give us Fire Wave. But I believe it's also to give us the quest. When it comes to the quest, open search, mage. They recommend 60. There's a requirement of 60 magic to even start the quest, so we can't do that until then. And they recommend 55 combat level. Obviously, we don't have that at the moment, but we do need food. But we do have. There should be a bank chest in here. Yes, there is. So we should be able to stick our stuff in here. One moment. So what we can do now that we're here is we can deposit all of these nature runes, deposit those. The only thing we really need to keep is probably a knife or a dagger on us, so that way we have at least the ability to get in and out of here pretty easy. But there is that. There is also a pole booth here, which will be nice. There's also, hello, a level 123 individual right here. But this is basically it for now. I'm going, huh. Our first random event. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to let my run energy regenerate. We're going to test this out. Maybe if I can get my hands on some bones, we can get ourselves some prayer that will help. Right now we only have thick skin. We'll see what the situation is when we get ourselves some. We have got ours. We've managed to get 1 hit or 2 hits in the entire time we're doing this. I'm trying to get my strength level up. Sorry, my attack level up, so that way I can hit a little bit better, a bit more often at least. which would be nice. Where can I stand and it not hit me? There. Perfect. So yes, we're going to do our best here to try and get ourselves some levels. If I have to stay here, ooh, we got a hit in. Very nice. We hit a 1. We're going to try and get some levels, attack, strength, and defense. If I can get to 5 in all of them, that would help a lot. Maybe see if about anything else. This guy does not drop anything other than a looting bag. I don't think he can drop an ensouled scorpion head, which is not a thing that we need to worry about really, but it'd be nice to have something to put into the bank. We'll see. We're just going to keep at it until we get ourselves some levels. Okay guys, monumental occasion. We are 1 hit. Oh, we are now level 2 attack. That's our first level on the account. We haven't even killed our first scorpion yet. We got our first kill, guys. We got no drops. So we're just going to wait until it respawns. We're going to keep killing it until I get a decent amount of the way. I think we're most of the way to level 3 attack. Once we hit level 5 attack, I'll switch over to strength. And that will allow... Oh, it spawns right there. And that will allow me to maybe consider options. We're closing in on level 4 combat as well. Just going to keep at it. Hey, would you look at that? Level 3 attack. Let's keep at it. So I've discovered a negative of doing the flinching on that side of the thing is that the person who had been fighting the boss that's right there had either finished their task or was done with it for the day, and they proceeded to attack me and killed me in 1 shot. So yeah, going to have to go run back up there again. Oh well. Alright, we got back. We've discovered that there is an alternate option for our flinching. We are now level 4 attack. I'm going to go ahead and eat this because we are down to 1 HP, just in case something happens to see us. But now at this side of the chasm, we don't need to worry about the chaos elemental attacking us, and we can flinch away here. I'll see you guys in a bit with a few updates. Hey, still doing some flinching here, but just wanted to pop in with shout out to Rebuilder. They spotted where I was. They popped over, said good luck. So cool. You know what? As much as I've seen like 40 or 50 bots run past me towards the rogue's hideout, it is nice to have an actual real player go, you're a lunatic, but we appreciate you. So I've just been flinching here and doing some research. As you can see, I've hit level 8 attack and level 11 HP. Small things, but impactful in the long run. And level 2 strength. Nice. We should be able to get our... There we go, is the strength level. Strength 3. Combat 7. That actually gives us, I believe, an extra max hit. So we can now hit 2s, which will hopefully dramatically improve the speed. Alright, I was wrong. But now we can hit 2s. Strength level 4. We also hit points level 12. So we're getting a bit better all around. I want to try to get to level... maybe 10 strength. Unfortunately, I don't get any more extra hits until like level 20 because I only have an iron dagger, so we'll see. I'm just going to keep hitting things. By the way, we did actually get a loot bag drop from these guys. So we do have a looting bag, which will help us with our future grinding. But yeah, that's all of it. I'm also going to try and bury the bones that spawn around here. They're only normal size bones, so it's only 4.5 prayer XP per, but hey, it's better than nothing, given these guys don't even drop bones. Level 5 strength and level 8 combat. Level 6 strength. Level 7 strength. And we got our first ensouled scorpion head. Level 8 strength and level 9 combat. We just hit 9 strength. We've also got 13 hit points and 50 total level, based entirely off of flinching scorpions in Scorpia's Gulch. And there's level 10 strength. We're going to keep going until we hit probably around level 15. Oh, we're also level 10 combat. Also, the scorpions are no longer that bright red that tells you, hey, these guys are really dangerous. So we've hit 10 in both of our combat stats. That means... Okay, we've just hit a level 11 strength. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to wait for my HP to regen. And we are going to head back to the mage arena. Drop some stuff off. We're going to bury all these bones. And then we are going to check out the skeleton area. See if we can't flinch them. There's level 2 prayer. The start of a very long grind on that one. So something I have learned is that there is actually half of a red berry pie here. I don't actually know how much this heals, if anything. It is, however, surrounded by these level 26 pirates, and I'm going to assume that if I open one of these doors, they are going to whack the shit out of me. So I'm going to hopefully maybe see about getting ourselves something a bit better than what we already have before we go in there. But that does at least mean we have somewhere where we can pick up some food. But over here, there's a bed here. Technically a bed. Oh, fair enough. Oh. So there's a mysterious old man. He has a present for me. He gave me an emerald. Oh, that's nice of him. That's a little bit of crafting XP. But let's see what's down here. Oh. Hill giants. That's where our hill giants are. I was wondering where the hill giants were. I didn't actually realize there were hill giants down there. Anyway, let's just take a look on the map real quick. So what's down here? Hill giants, chaos dwarves, shadow spiders. There's the wine of Zamorak thing down here, and there's fire giants in this little area. There is a level 46 shortcut there. Okay, we're in a position now where I can take 2 hits from these giants. Let's take a look at the situation down here. So, can we sit in this corner? Oh, we can. That lag is kind of hardcore. Can we sit right here? Okay, so I think this means that we can flinch now. So if I attack him... Yes, so we can flinch these hill giants. The question is how often are we going to hit? Ah. Well, I'll get back to you on that one. I have yet to kill this guy. We've just leveled up to level 12 strength. We've been going for nearly 20 minutes to kill this one guy, which means 4 hill giant kills an hour. At this point, he's got 1 HP, so I'm just going to kill him and hopefully we get a decent drop. If not, then I think we have to head back to Scorpions for a little while longer still. So I've been at this a little bit now, primarily just flinching. And we got a clue scroll, a clue scroll. Good lord, speaking English is difficult. And unfortunately, we actually don't have any beginner steps we can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold on to this clue. So that way we don't get any more beginner clues from anything else we can do. We do have a lot of master and hard clue steps I think we can do. I know that the Hellhounds drop a lot of master, drop a lot of hard clues. So maybe we'll do some clue juggling in the future, but that won't be a thing for quite a while on this account. But I just wanted to point out that's the plan with clue scrolls, is that I'm going to hang on to the beginner clue that we have here. If we get any easy clues, I'll hang on to one of them as well. Same with mediums. The only ones we can do... We have a couple hard and a couple master tasks, a couple master steps that we can do in our chunks. Alright, we're flinching some hill giants here. I just wanted to give a shout out to not Ted Cruz, which... Fair name. We were chatting away in the wilderness Mage Arena dungeon about, well, Mage Arena bank about stuff. Hopefully, they're watching this video right now. If not, hey, no worries. Thanks for the chat. We're going to be flinching some hill giants for the next good while. I'm going to do this until either I get a decent drop and I can bring you guys back in and show it to you. Or, I don't know, we hit 20s in all combats. I guess. That'd be a okay time, I think, to bring you all back. And by all combats, I do mean defense, by the way. I did up my defense by 1 level at the Scorpions. Just because I felt like it, really. So yeah, we're at 16 strength, because 16 strength gives us a extra max hit while inaccurate. So we'll see how this goes. So I just killed my my second hill giant. And we actually got some money. 15 GP. So hey, that's an improvement. We're going to keep at it. Also, it didn't take me nearly 20 minutes to kill one of them. It took me closer to like 3, even while flinching. That would mean way too much time spent here flinching to get the long or curved bone. But who knows? We might get lucky and get it really early on, or we might have to keep going. But that's fine. So it took 8 kills, but we have an upgrade. An iron full helm. Alright, there is 20 attack. We can now wield mithril weapons. And 17 combat. The game's having a laugh. The game is having an actual laugh. There's a third iron dagger drop. Give me a goddamn steel weapon already. God damn it. I mean, its high alch value is 21. I don't know why I'd waste money high alching this thing, but I guess I can keep a hold of it. Anyway, we're slowly moving up attack-wise, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But I just wanted to jump in real quick and say that that's pretty cringe. That's pretty cringe. 22 attack. And there's 19 HP. And that's 6 prayer. 24 attack. And 19 combat. Would you look at that? An actual upgrade. An iron kite shield. That's our first actual statistic upgrade that we've got in a long time. It's slightly better in all of the defenses except for magic. This is slightly better at range defense. Well, no, sorry, it's better. Yeah, slightly better at mage defense, but everything else is worse. So we're going to switch over to the iron kite shield. Level 7 prayer. 25 attack. 17 strength. 18 strength. And 20 combat. 21 hit points. 19 strength. Well, I just hit the rare drop table. I have yet to get a steel sim or a steel longsword, but I've just hit the rare drop table and got myself an uncut sapphire. That's the second uncut sapphire. A little bit more crafting XP whenever that becomes a thing. Level 8 prayer. And level 21 combat. Level 20 strength. 21 strength. All the 2s, 22 strength, 22 combat, 22 hit points. Nice. 3 defense, 4 defense, 5 defense, and 23 combat, by the way. 6 defense, 7 defense. So I found a little bit of tech here at the Scorpion Pit. Is that you can triple stack scorpions behind these 3 skeletons. Just picked up level 9 defense and 24 combat. 10 defense. 11 defense. 12 defense. This is what we got from the hill giants. We got 6 limports. That should be down there. We'll put the ensouled head there. 6 limports. Some potato seeds, some sweet corn, some tomatoes, a couple herbs, some cabbage seeds, onion seeds, strawberry seeds, limport roots. A single ensouled head, a single sapphire, which is 1 in 260, a single iron dagger, no, 2 iron daggers actually, and 507 coin drops in raw money. Now I probably could. Well, that didn't work out. So what happened is I took on the skeleton. I had 20 HP. Which was not a lot. Unfortunately, we lost. There's nothing in there because there's nothing actually worth that much. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, okay. Well, we gotta keep talking with them, but I'll be back once I get there. Alright, we're back in Lumbridge. I have 15 minutes to get back up to the wilderness to grab my stuff. I would rather not lose the iron kite shield and the iron full helm. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the original plan of probably flinching scorpions until level 25. You know what? No, I don't think I need to. I'm going to flinch the hill giants for strength XP until level 25, and then I'm just going to stick it on strength all the way to 40. The chaos dwarves got me. Turns out they can get around that little area. Just hit 23 hit points, 25 combat, 23 strength, and we got the steel longsword drop. Didn't even realize that. I was pulling up my OBS to record the level up. There we go. That's a big upgrade. And a level 9 prayer. Pog. Well, I can't believe I missed that, but we got a giant key. Our first collection log. And our first chunk task. Obtain a giant key. 25 strength. 10 prayer. 24 hit points. I was a little lost in the sauce, but there's 26 strength. So, we just got our second chunk task. We picked up a long bone, as you can see in our inventory. I was second screening the bejesus out of flinching. And we all of a sudden picked up our second chunk task, a long bone. We spooned the fuck out of it. We are only at 93 hill giant kills, meaning we are 300 kills below rate, which is kind of crazy. I didn't think it would happen while I was doing other things, but hey, we got it, so that's pretty cool. And there's 30 strength. So I'm about to make people very sad. I've made myself very sad, in fact. You can probably tell from my inventory that I have been doing something, and that is primarily dying. I went over here because I wanted to see if I could take on the monks of Zamorak and get the monk robes, largely because that way they'd have a little bit of prayer bonus and I could maybe leave like superhuman strength on while I was flinching. Unfortunately, they killed me, and the 4 XP lamps that were sitting in my inventory have now been lost. 33 strength. 15 defense. So I may have just misclicked and went into Scorpia's lair and unlocked Scorpia Dances as a soundtrack. Another unlock. I'm going to keep at getting more defense XP. Just hit 16 defense and 31 combat. 17 defense. 18 defense. 14 prayer. That's the third conversation I've had in the chat with someone. They had no idea what a chunk man was. So that was an interesting experience, being the first person to ever explain the idea of a chunk man to a random person in RuneScape, given that might be the most popular subgenre of RuneScape accounts right now, maybe. It was region locked for a while, now it seems to be chunk man. So that's cool. Shout out to Brendan. I think he's doing some Scorpia. Big shout out to him. 19 defense. 20 defense. So after looking at the stats for all the creatures that exist in the areas that I can actually get to, the funny part of this is some of them actually do have magic weaknesses. For example, the skeleton has a weakness to earth spells and no magic defense. The scorpion has a weakness to fire spells and has no magic weakness. The bats do have a magic defense. They have a 10 magic defense, and they also have a 10% weakness to air spells. However, it's looking like, quite honestly, the best one might very well be the same thing as before. Oh, the team capes. That's something we can actually do. Hang on. Let me come right back to you guys. We'll do that task real quick, because it actually is a task for us. So in order to complete this task, we need to find Darren, who is located in the chunk directly to our east here. Big man. What's so special about your capes? Well, they make it less likely to be accidentally attack anyone wearing the same cape as you, and easier to attack anyone else. Easier to distinguish people who are wearing the same cape as you. I don't want to friends anyone else you don't want to harm. So you have to buy one. Yes, please. So we have Team Cape 4, Team Cape 14, Team Cape 24, Team Cape 34, and Team Cape 44. I like Team Cape 24. How much is it? 50 coins. Oh wow, I got that exact. Thank you. Actually get some defense for this, by the way. +1 slash, +1 crush, +2 range defense. There you go. You've completed an easy task in the wilderness area. Your achievement diary has been updated. And I quite like this pattern and its color. It's quite good. Sorry, I just needed to bring you guys back for the fact that I've just gotten an uncut ruby from the Hill Giants. That is a 1 in 200, sorry, 1 in 409, well, 1 in 410 basically, from the rare drop table. That's 34 strength, 29 hit points, 15 prayer. So as I said in an earlier clip, I lost 4 XP lamps to dying. So we're not going to do that anymore. We're actually going to start putting XP into thieving. Why thieving? Can make more money quickly, probably with it by pickpocketing. While agility probably would make me more money in the long term, it is, however, not going to be a good immediate return. So we're just going to put XP lamps into thieving. Probably stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. I literally just stopped recording and I immediately got 35 strength. So there you go. Would you look at that? I should have kept recording for like the 4 seconds. So there's a couple good things about the fact that that my best mage attack weapon is a dagger. One of them is the fact that I still can cut through these without having to bring anything extra with me in my inventory. Unfortunately, I have to manual cast everything. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see who I should probably use this on. These guys have a weakness to magic. They're also size 2, so I could basically just lock them around here somewhere. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know yet. I have yet to decide. I do have 200 casts. That should get me around level 5, maybe level 6. We'll see. Hey, there's level 4 magic. We can now enchant opal-tipped crossbow bolts. We do have bronze bolts, so we could do that in the future. Who knows? So we did just get level 5 magic, which is also water strike. Oh, I should get out of here. That's 7 magic. And access to jewelry enchantments. That's level 9 magic. And Earth Strike is now unlocked, meaning we can hit 8s. Oh, sorry, we can hit 6s now, which is nice. There's 11 magic and the Weaken spell. I actually didn't think we'd get to 11 magic. I don't think we're going to get to level 12. We only got 36 casts left, unless we get some pretty decent rolls on these attacks. We'll see. I don't think we're going to get there, but I'll let you know if we do. Yeah, we hit 12. Definitely not going to hit 13, though, with the current situation. We have 13 casts left. Honestly, I don't know if I really want to even use them, given that it won't get me anywhere, but it would clean up some space in my bank. So I'm going to go ahead and use these last 13 casts. We're going to see where we get to. And after that, I'll probably go back to flinching some hill giants. That's 30 hit points. 16. Prayer. There's 36 strength. And 34 combat. And that's lamp number 2 into thieving. So I just got PK'd for the first time by some fella named Smackburn. Don't know why he decided to kill a random one chunk man in the wilderness. First time I've been PK'd at all in the wilderness. That's 39 strength and 36 combat. We are 1 off 40, which is another chunk goal, which will be another 3.5-ish hours. Gaining a little bit more than 1,000 XP an hour flinching here. Don't know if it'd be faster elsewhere, but at least here I get some sort of benefit out of it, of using the big bones to train prayer and some drops. So I'll keep at it. So we're not quite at 40 strength yet, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys something cool. We just hit 36,000 strength XP on the dot. It's pretty cool. We're 1,224 XP away from our goal of 40. Okay, we're about to hit 40 strength. There it is, actually. Good thing I started recording. There's 40 strength. I can now wield a rune warhammer. There's 13 prayer. Sorry, 13 magic. Oh my god. And fire strike unlocked. So that has actually, well, increased all of our max hits. Okay. we're going to try killing one of these things with some prayer, with some rain. One of the many attack styles with some mage. So according to the DPS calculator, at level 13 mage and using water strike, I have a max hit of 16, a splash chance of 11, and one damage is 10%, and every other damage is 5%. So let's see if we can kill this thing. I think we can buy... Ooh, we killed it. I think we can buy individual runes. Oh, hey, we got a combat achievement too. Okay, we've got 2 water runes left. We managed to kill 2 fire giants, so... I mean, the theory is sound. Another lamp. That is 27 attack. And 37 combat. That's 29 attack. And 175 total though. We just hit 20 prayer, which means we can now wear proselyte armor and vestment robe tops and legs. That's 30 attack. And 34 hit points. 31 attack. And 39 combat. 34 attack. And there's our goal of 35 attack. Hey guys, so interesting update to things here at the moment. I'm trying to figure out which of these skeletons the game considered armed, because there is apparently a skeleton here that is considered armed, considers him an armed skeleton. According to the lookup that I have, there's a RuneLite plugin that's called... hang on, let me see if I can show it to you guys. No, it doesn't appear on the... That's weird. But there's a RuneLite plugin that lets you look up drops that the monsters have, and I'm looking at it right now. Maybe I'll stick a screen grab on screen that states that this skeleton over here, it's just beyond that ice warrior. Maybe I can sneak in through here. Maybe there's a runite rock there. There he is. This skeleton here, this level 25 skeleton. Ooh, run. Doesn't seem to count as armed, even though I think he should be. According to the wiki, which I can also pull up here, considered a plain skeleton, which does not have an iron axe drop. This is the one we're looking for. It is this one. What I do want to talk to you guys about is the fact that this fella will buy my runes for not insignificant money. Law runes at 144 coins per and death runes at 108 coins per means that giving him like 4 death runes or 3 law runes is enough to buy a packet of low level runes, which will fund our move forward. Now I have 22 law runes and I have 10 death runes. He doesn't buy cosmic runes for a decent price, so there's no point really selling these unless maybe he gives high alch price for runes and stuff. That's interesting. I assume he won't buy any of this stuff. He only buys runes. So I might just go ahead and hop rolls and sell all these law runes and see what I come out of it with. So as I said, 4,868 GP. That's the most amount of money I think I've ever seen on this account. And with that, so let's trade here. So let's first of all grab 2 packs. Actually, hang on. How much does the value change when you buy one? Still 430? Okay. I'll buy 2 packs of water runes, 1 extra pack of air, and 1 extra pack of mind runes. So that's 214 casts of water strike, right? Because it's all 1 rune, yes. That should be more than enough to get us to the level we need to get to. Now, our prayer gone. We're down to 3 prayer points. And then we want to walk there. We got hit for a 1. That puts us at 28 HP. Perfect. So now all we'll do is I will sit here and manually cast Water Strike on this fire giant. And that, please. There you go. That's it there, I think. What did it give us? Oh, a Mithril Square Shield. That's actually an upgrade. That's a chunk task as well. Oh. Would you look at that? Oh. Our third kill, we got an upgrade. So there's some good alchables. We just got a drop of 12 rune arrows. That's 240 each. 2 of those, so those will pay for every second rune arrow will pay for a packet of 100 runes. So that is 6 packets of runes paid for, plus a little extra, I think, right there. So that's pretty good. Killing the hill giants was. There's 20 magic already. We can now cast binds, and members can wear Xerxian armor. Well, would you believe it? 2 seconds later, and a couple of casts of Water Strike, we hit a level 21 mage, which gives us access to low alchemy. There's 23 magic and access to Water Bolt. We can actually buy packets of chaos runes from the mage's bank, but unfortunately they're like 10,000 gold a packet. Just want to say, hello, Mr. Monk of Zamorak. At one point we're going to take you on, but why the hell are these guys so caked up? Good lord. They got a lot of motion in that ocean. My goodness. Well, they know where we were looking when they made these models, at least. Well, that's well timed. Hey, count check. How you doing, big man? Thank you. We'll stick that into woodcutting, because we could very well get that steel drop from these guys, and that would mean that we'd be able to actually chop some logs and do some fletching, which would be nice. Honestly, I'd like to do some AFK skilling for a bit. Oh, this guy can't get any closer because there we go. The Monk of Zamorak has moved out of the way. Perfect, perfect. So yes, there we go. And with that last cast of Water Strike, we actually hit level 25 magic. That is the last cast of Water Strike we have. We have a couple mind runes in our inventory. We got from this a decent amount of money. We got 415 GP, which is nearly enough to buy, well, actually it's more than enough to buy a packet of mind runes. We got the 12 mithril arrows. We also got the mithril square shield that we're holding, which is quite a nice little upgrade. So as you can see, there is our mithril kite shield. Mithril square shield. It's worth 936 GP to high alch. We, however, won't be doing that. We'll placeholder those. We get 45 casts, I believe it is, because it's 1 per. Yeah, it's 1 per. We also have enough fire runes to cast a bunch of them. So let me go ahead and withdraw 1 of these. How much money does that give us? 160. That's not as much as I would hope. It's what, 2/3 of that, I guess, right? That's how low alchemy works. But hey, it's money, and we need it, so I'm not going to argue too much about that. That is 38 attack. And we're going to go all the way up to 40, so that way I can use rune weapons before I go back to killing fire giants. Also, anything else we get here, of course, is nice. So, for example, the extra law runes is more money. The nature runes is more money. The water runes are more water casts. So, can't really say no to it. Hello, welcome back in. So, I have managed to go from 37 to 39 attack. There was a dude here, by the way, who had a cat following him around, which was really cute. So I just want to comment on that. But let's talk about what we're going to do. So after looking into the drop table and discussing this with a few people, I want to give a shout out really quickly to an individual on Discord called Bunny. Bunny is their Discord name. They helped me out with discovering that the skeleton here is mislabeled. So this armed skeleton that's in the frozen wastes over here, the frozen plateau that we've been looking at, is not actually a armed skeleton, as we've known at this point, basically, meaning that the fletching and fire making tasks are going to be backlogged. Fletching, fire making, that is 40 attack and 43 combat. Right, I just wanted to get this on recording. We're about to hit the first ever Bones to Peaches. 25 magic. Sorry, Bones to Bananas. Bones to Peaches is the level 60 variant. Which I don't think we get a hold of. Hang on, let me just turn off the filters there. 60. Flames of Zamorak, Claws of Gothics. There it is, Bones to Peaches. So it's 2, 4, and 4 instead of 1, 2, and 2. I believe peaches heal a lot more too. But that's actually some of the first food we've ever had on this account that we can literally reproduce. So, there you go. We've got, what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 24, 32. That's 32 hit points worth of healing right there. Okay, we've just arrived here at the caves. We're going to go ahead and use Water Strike. We've got 371 casts to use. Hey, no, there's a pretty decent drop. 5 blood runes. That's actually a decent amount of money. So we've made our money back, I want to say. Well, not made our money back, but we've at least gotten ourselves some decent profit. Or some decent returns on this. If we could get a law rune drop or just a raw GP drop, 300 GP would be nice. Another mithril square shield, that's 1000 GP right there. Something like that would be nice. We also hit level 28 magic. But we are doing pretty good so far. Now, I'm probably going to play this as close to my chest as I possibly can. Because if someone comes through here, there's no way for me to get out. Because I can't use this crevice because I need probably close to 40. Maybe I probably need a lot of agility to get through that crevice. And I don't have any way to train agility. So, yeah, we're probably just going to have to hope that no one decides to come down here and kill me. For whatever particular reason. There's some more raw GP. So, let's keep at it. Well. Would you look at that? A steel axe. Unironically, not a bad weapon for us for flinching. Because I think it has a higher strength bonus than a steel longsword. But doesn't really do much of anything else. That's 29 magic. I just thought that was funny because that is actually a drop that would mean that if we got to 5 woodcutting, we'd have a lot more grinds to do. But as you guys saw earlier, probably won't be doing those grinds until we get access to a proper method. So, yeah, keep at it. Hey, would you look at that? Halfway to 60 numerically. No, we won't be actually halfway there until we hit 53 magic. But that's our 3rd drop of rune arrows. That's a lot of money right there. We've just got our hands on. There's 31 magic. We will drop in these steel axes. All of those. The axes can go in there. The runes can go in here. We'll hold on to everything else in the bank, though. When it comes to what we can now work on... Let me go ahead and do this as well. What we can now work on alching, for example, is if we alched half of those rune arrows, we would get... what would that be? Probably close to... You got 2/3 of that, so maybe 6,000. However, let me withdraw one of each of these. Hey, do you buy these? Do you buy blood runes? Nope. So we have to alch blood runes because he doesn't buy them. But that's fine. So that's okay. That's actually not too bad, all things considered. Now, we could go ahead and withdraw this money and just spend it, which I think I will do. After that, I might go spend some time looting the chest in the rogue's den. Because we have some food now. Which does help. So let me see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That leaves us with 2, 4, 4, 6. So if I buy one of each, I think I should still have. Could buy another one of. I think I could buy like one more of each, maybe. So there's 300 more casts of Water Strike. We have 1250 GP left. Now there is the question here of, is this actually a smart idea? Probably not, to be honest. Hey, would you look at that? We're at 32 magic all of a sudden, and also this fire giant didn't heal up all the way, so that's nice. Didn't waste any runes, in a way. Let's see if we get the sim drop from this kill. No, we got another 150 fire runes, which is whatever. But hey, it's more runes, I guess, that in the future we might use for something. 39 hit points. 33 magic. 34 magic. Making moderate progress towards the next levels. And do we get anything from this? Ooh, more money, it looks like. We did actually get a 300 GP drop. So that means that we do actually have a decent amount of GP in the bank. We have got one more drop of rune arrows as well. Now, there is 35 magic and another 150 fire runes. Damn. Well, we won't need to worry about ever needing fire runes again, maybe after this. We did get a second dosage of blood runes. We also got a steel bar, so that's cool. We're going to keep on going here. We've only got what's that? We only got 30 more casts left. We'll be able to kill maybe one or two more. After that, we'll head on back to the bank and we will cash out. Okay, so we are going to low alchemy 16 of these rune arrows. That's all of our nature runes. That does mean, however, that we will get a decent amount of money out of it. I do not believe I will be immediately spending it on more casts because there's no point, really. There's no point on me going right back down there to gather up money for things when I don't actually have any way of making money other than the raw GP drops. Now, we have, however, scraped our way back to over 5,000 GP. I am now going to head over to the Rogue's Tower, because over here, sorry, the Rogue's Castle, because in the middle of this, there is a chest that we can look into. And we can pick up nature runes out of it. So I'm going to go do that. I think it was this chest, and these guys don't attack us for whatever reason. So if we search this, or is it just random? Because the one time I searched these chests, I found nature runes, but there's no way to get nature runes out of these chests. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I might just have to go camp hill giants again. That's going to suck. Ooh, okay. We need to reconsider our options, because if there's no way for us to get nature runes other than killing hill giants, we might just have to body the hill giants and spend a lot of time killing them. Now, what I probably will do now is, since that we have 40 attack and 40 defense, 40 attack and 40 strength, is I might focus on getting 40 defense. 40 attack. We have 40 attack and 40 strength. I kind of want to level that out now at 40 defense. It will take us a while to get there, but once we have 40 defense, 40 attack, and 40 strength, and maybe a rune scimitar, we might just be able to face tank the hill giants, you know, because we have ourselves a little bit of food now as well. Well, we can't even make more food because we need nature runes for this, right? Not the runes to cast. There we go. Yeah, we need a nature rune for that. We don't have one. Though the guy does sell nature runes. That's right. The rune trader in here does sell them. So there is the possibility that we might just need to buy like 50 nature runes and just take the hit on it, and immediately then just focus on making money as best we can. We didn't make any money. Well, I think we more or less confirmed that we lose money killing hill giants and killing fire giants, at least for now, until we can high alch all of these. Well, that was cool. I've literally just seen this fall through the sky. I'm the first person here. That's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, anyone watching this in the future, if you're on world 521, there's a shooting star in the deep wilderness, so feel free to mine it, I guess. 40 hit points. So I know I said that I would go defense first. However, at 41 strength, we actually get another max hit. We can now max hit 7s. However, that will go away when we switch to defense, but I thought it would be nice to at least get that one level that we needed. We're going to switch to defense now. I don't think we've had... Well, there's a 471 gold in there. We've also had a drop of nature runes. So we do have more money available to us, and also some food if we need it. And with that, we've hit 25 defense now. I'm going to go ahead and... 65 for Herblore. Wow. Must be a pretty high rank in herb. Anyway, we're going to head back over here, and we're going to very quickly pop back into the Mage Bank. I'm going to drop off all our stuff, and then we're going to talk about the goals, because I realized that we've changed them since the start of the video. Okay, so taking a look at our chunk tasks here, as you can see, we no longer have to do the tasks regarding fire making, fletching, or wood cutting. So that's good. That's some big grinds that we no longer have to do. However, we still have other stuff we need to do. So, for example, we still need to get Scorpia's pet. We still need to get the Chaos pet from the Chaos Elemental. And there are a lot of other things, like, for example, a Smoldering Stone. I don't know if I'm going to do this because it's 1 in 32,000, and that would just mean the last thing we probably would be doing is that. Maybe I'll backlog it until we have either the Wilderness Slayer dungeon, which I think is over here somewhere. That's the God Wars dungeon. Where's the Wilderness Slayer dungeon? Yeah, it's down here at the bottom. So maybe I'll backlog it until I get that, because that way it'd be a 1 in 16,000, and we more than likely will be more than capable of doing it by then. Or maybe I'll backlog it until a certain amount of things, but I think we could do it. My major goal right now, however, is getting set up, and we will hit a point where we kind of get past this initial slope of grind, wherein I am stuck going to stuff like the Hill Giants, having to, you know, grind there for a couple hundred GP, maybe get a few nature rune drops so I can alch a few things so I can get some more fire giant kills with water strike, for example. Eventually something will propel us to a point where we will no longer have to worry about that too much. But what I'm going to do now is, I think I'm going to go ahead and knock off the tasks that we've already done. So we've hit 40 strength. We have not got an iron med helm, but we have got a mithril square shield. We have got the team cape. I think this is basically any team cape that we can buy, which we have. We have completed Wilderness Task 12, I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, equip any team cape. We have obtained a giant key and a long bone. So of the 50 tasks that we have already completed 6 of them, which isn't too bad. So I'm going to call the video there. And with that, we're going to call episode 1 of Wieldy Mess Chunk to an end. However long this video is, it is. Make sure you guys did like, comment, subscribe, check out everything else going on the channel, and make sure you let me know down below what you think I can do to improve my grinds. If you know anything out there that maybe help me out, let me know. If you go over to the Twitch channel, you won't see me playing this over there. This is a purely YouTube only thing, so if you want more of this content, let me know, and you can do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. With that, of course, I have been the Long Play Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.